The seventh and final race is about now at racingtv.com. Handicap chase over 3 miles. So we pick up the favourite, Mythe Bridge, for Henry Daly and Stan Sheppard. Cheek pieces on first time. Still had a chance. It was 3 out, but he fell 3 out last time out. So if he's fine after that, brings him into the reckoning. If we go 2 back to pick up number 2 with a blue rug on, that is Cruz. One of 2 runners for McCain. He done it really nicely last time out at Catterick. He's only had a few starts over fences, and up £7 flat to a mark of 100. Theo Gillard was on board. Then he retains the ride. Directly behind him is number 3, Courted Slip. He's £11 below his last winning mark, but it's been a couple of years since he won. You look at his, he placed loads. I'm sure he'll give young Tom Easterby a good spin round, but just for win purposes, him and Beat the Edge are similar sort of profile, not easy to win with. And William Easterby galloped off into retirement. Wish him well. So younger brother Thomas takes the ride. Jockey's coming out, about to get on.
To the evening portion where Chelmsford have 6 more races, but we've also want to hear from you. We want to hear your various opinions. The Cheltenham Festival just around the corner, spring festivals and the flat meetings are starting to come thick and fast, internationally and in a few months domestically as well. What's on your mind? studio@racingtv.com. I would say the Constitution Hill thing, you can if you want to, but I feel we've probably covered that. You've probably heard too many opinions anyway on that point. But whatever's on your mind, give it to us. studio@racingtv.com. One more race to come then from Wetherby. And runners down at the start for the bet now at racingtv.com handicap chase 0 to 100 over 3 miles and 45 yards. And Mythe Bridge, your 15 to 8 favourite. A bit of a drifter, open 13 to 8, but 15 to 8 and clinging on to favouritism ahead of Cruz 5 to 2, 9 to 2, Halfway House Lad caught at slip 5 to 1, 11 to 1 and attracting support is Beat the Edge. Veteran at this stage, 16 to 1, Tory Hill. Arengeot Bey Aa, 25 to 1 and 80 to 1. Excellence, 8 going to post and 15 to 8 the field. Mythe Bridge now.
Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, down at the 3 mile start for a 7th and final race. And Henry Daly's looking at his 3rd winner in recent time with Mythe Bridge. It was 3 out, but still looked to be going well despite jumping left. And Uttoxery came down 3 from home, understands Sheppard who retains the ride. First time cheek pieces called upon for today. Cruz is next in the betting. He was really good. Now, it was an ordinary race. I wanted to be positive about it, but the favourite fell at the very first fence and he beat Corded Slip, who's back here, West Lawn, Bushy Park, horses that haven't won in an awful long time, but it was still taken by the performance. Handicapper was as well. He's up £7, but he appreciated the switch to fences. He only had a few go over fences and the step up and trip. Theo Gillard was on board that day. He takes the ride once again, say up to a mark of 100 after that. Next in the bet, and Corded Slip, well, Halfway House Lad just is half a point short, but Corded Slip was well held at Catterick. Young Thomas Easterby takes the ride. Elder brother William galloped off into retirement recently. Wish him well, a fine career he had, point to point and on the rules, and was a regular in Corded Slip. And young Thomas will know him well. He's well handicapped. He's £11 below his last winning mark. See if he can bounce back and win again. He has run well this track. He has won over course and distance, and sure to give Thomas a good spin. Beat the Edge, another one. He's 2 from 39. Alice Stevens rode him a few times on the track. He's won at this course, but he's really is tricky. I'd imagine she'll drop him right in and try and weave her way through. Halfway House Lad goes for Morris Barnes. Good to see Morris here today. And you take Charlie Magg's claim into effect. He's only got 10 stone 1 on his back. He is a couple of pound above his last winning mark, but he's getting down to a mark where he can be competitive, and see how he will go as they're about to walk forward. For the bet now at racingtv.com handicap chase, it's over 3 miles with her. Thanks. Here's Richard.
Thank you, Noel. Yep, getting called in for our finale. 5:15 finale, and it's still light. And they're off and racing. 3 miles the trip for the bet now at racingtv.com handicap steeplechase. Halfway House Lad and Excellence in the yellow cheek pieces. Show Arengeot Bey towards the outside, and Mythe Bridge, who stretched for the first. Over in 5th was Caught at Slip, just ahead of Cruz, and the last 2, Tory Hill, on the outside of Beat the Edge. So the lead contested early on. Halfway House Lad in the centre of the leading trio. Mythe Bridge up the inside and wider out the grey Arengeot Bey. 4th place belongs to Excellence, and the leading group is completed by Caught at Slip. The front 5 already have 5 lengths in hand over the 6th placed horse Cruz, with 3 lengths back to the rear pair, that is Beat the Edge and Tory Hill. So they're making their turn into the back straight, and despite only having gone a few furlongs, there is about 10 to 12 lengths first to last. Arengeot Bey racing on the outside of Halfway House Lad. Mythe Bridge now just steadies behind those 2 as we head towards the next, with Excellence and Caught at Slip, 3 lengths to Cruz. And the last 2 remain Beat the Edge and Tory Hill. Reaching the second, Excellence was a little slow in midfield. Back marker over it was Tory Hill, as they're heading now towards the open ditch. Just won a circuit these days. And out in the centre, Halfway House Lad, Arengeot Bey and Mythe Bridge. Caught at Slip races in 4th place. On the outside is Excellence, a couple of lengths back to Cruz, Beat the Edge and Tory Hill, as they all pop over that well. So out in the lead, Halfway House Lad, under Charlie Maggs, disputing the lead with Arengeot Bey in second place for William. Racing in third is Mythe, who is just ahead of Caught at Slip and Excellence. Cruz beat the edge, and the back marker Tory Hill. Racing towards the last on the far side for the first circuit, Arengeot Bey. On the outside, I think it's just going to pick up in front here now from in second Halfway House Lad. On the inside, Mythe. Between that pair is Caught at Slip. Excellence comes next. And in sixth place, Cruz. Beat the edge, still held on to, and Tory Hill. So still 3 deep for the lead. They make the turn out of the back straight. And on the outside, Arengeot Bey, the grey horse, with Halfway House Lad and Mythe up the inside. Caught at Slip is on the inner of Excellence. Cruz has sat in sixth place throughout. The field just a little bit more compact. And the last two Beat the Edge and Tory Hill. Arengeot Bey leads the turn then, up the home straight for the first time. Mythe towards the inner, Halfway House Lad. They dispute second, 2 lengths back to Caught at Slip. Then Excellence, Cruz, Beat the Edge and Tory Hill. Heading their way then towards the next fence. Arengeot Bey is over well. Back of the pack, Tory Hill just edged out to the right as Arengeot Bey leads them towards the next fence, number 8. Arengeot Bey over from Mythe, gave it plenty of daylight on the inside. Halfway House Lad comes next ahead of Caught at Slip. Behind those, Excellence, then Cruz. Tory Hill, despite jumping out to the right, has made a place, gone past Beat the Edge. Arengeot Bey didn't see a stride there. He eventually was quite clever, but he was asked to stand off and didn't really feel he could do so. He gets to the other side and heads towards the next with a lead of 2 lengths. And measures that better. Mythe in second. In third place is Halfway House Lad. So the order up past us. The grey, Arengeot Bey, has the lead for William Maggs. Mythe in second place up the inside for Stan Sheppard. Halfway House Lad, the courted colours of blue and yellow. Caught at Slip is next in the red sleeves, just ahead of Excellence. Then Cruz, Tory Hill, and last of all is Beat the Edge as they make their way out on their final circuit, passing the halfway stage of the Bet Now Racing TV Handicap Chase. Arengeot Bey and Mythe on the inside. Halfway House Lad just over a length further back with Caught at Slip, Excellence, then Cruz, and still the last two, Tory Hill and Beat the Edge. Heading into the back straight, out in the lead, Arengeot Bey by just over a length, Mythe in second. No real change in the order. Halfway House Lad from Caught at Slip, then Excellence, Cruz, Tory Hill. And still at the back is Beat the Edge. Mythe moving a little closer on the approach towards this. Arengeot Bey, Mythe jumps it well and is now alongside. Caught at Slip's also joined Halfway House Lad. Cruz has made a place and gone past on the inside, Excellence. Tory Hill taking closer order as well. Open ditch is reached with on the outside Arengeot Bey of Mythe. Halfway House Lad still third. Caught at Slip in fourth place. Then behind these is Tory Hill. Excellence dropping towards the tail over that fence is the first one to look in trouble as they make their way on steadily down the back straight. Heading towards number 14, Arengeot Bey and Mythe. Caught at Slip, Halfway House Lad. Cruz jumps through into fourth place and is making ground. Also making ground is Beat the Edge, then Tory Hill and Excellence. They fanned right out across the course as they head towards the fifth last. Out in the lead, Arengeot Bey with Mythe. Then in third place is Caught at Slip on the outside of Cruz, who improves. Beat the Edge has moved through into fifth place. Halfway House Lad has lost ground. And then Tory Hill. Making the turn out of the back straight. Mythe has the lead in company with Arengeot Bey. In third place is Cruz. In fourth is Caught at Slip. But it's not out because Beat the Edge is on his outside. Racing in sixth place is Tory Hill. Then towards those Halfway House Lad as they make the turn. Arengeot Bey continues to make the running. Mythe continues to sit second. On their slipstream, Cruz continues the edge, and then in sixth is Tory Hill. So racing towards fourth from the finish, and Mythe now moves through to head Arengeot Bey. Caught at Slip, Cruz has made steady progress through the field under Theo Gillard and now begins to close. It's Caught at Slip up the centre for Thomas Easterby. On the inside is Mythe. Cruz between the pair comes there travelling strongly as they head down towards the second last. Caught at Slip left hand side, and Cruz outpaced Mythe at 2 from the finish. It's still in the balance. Cruz, however, the the better leap. Caught at slip, bungled it, and has got 2 lengths to find, but he's trying to rally. Cruz for Theo Gillard has a 3-length lead at the last, and again a good leap. Caught at slip in second. Mythe is third. Cruz made steady progress through the final circuit and is being ridden out by Theo Gillard for Donald McCain, and eventually will win by a comfortable 6 or 7 lengths. Cruz it is who beats Caught at Slip. Mythe was third. They were a long way clear from Arengeot Bey, who heads home the rest in 4th place.
Yeah, Cruz has won again, follows up Catrick for Donald McCain and Theo Gillard. It beats Caught at Slip, place once again for Tim and Thomas. He's been second, and Mythe third for Henry Daly and Stan Sheppard. Up 7 for Catrick. He'll have another rise here, but he's a really good jumper, and he's done that nicely. His jumping will hold him in good stead. Well done to Donald McCain, well done to Connections. That was really good. Caught at Slip again, he's going to buck round and give Connections loads of fun, placing with not easy to win with, but well done to him. He's placed once again, and Mythe third. Excellence pulling up at the back of the screen. No show from Halfway House lad today. He'll drop a couple more pound and hopefully he'll have his day. And the sun beat the edge just as beat the edge. Not much more to say about him, but 3-1 Cruz has won the 7th and final race today. He's won at 3-1, and yes, he'll have a rise in the weights, but I'll be surprised if he can't win again. That's us done and dusted at Wetherby. We'll see you soon.